From nothing to something. It is accurate to say that 0 over 0 equals to 1, as dividing by 0 is undefined in mathematics. However, we can explore the idea of nothing and something and how they relate to the concept of infinity. In the context of the binary system, we use the computer programming 0 represents off or false and 1 represents on or true. In this way, nothing can be thought of as the absence of existence or information, represented by 0, while something is the presence of existence or information, represented by 1. But when we consider the idea of everything, it surpasses the binary system altogether. Infinity, represented by the symbol shown, encompasses all possible numbers including 0 and 1, and beyond. In this sense, everything is not limited to the binary distinction of nothing and something, but instead represents an endless range of possibilities. So why does 0 over 0 equal to 1? While the mathematical operation itself is undefined, we can consider it in a metaphorical sense. Dividing nothing by nothing can be seen as an attempt to create something out of nothing, which is impossible. But if we consider dividing something by something, the result is 1, which represents the completeness and unity of existence. With this in mind, we can apply to the world of numbers 3 states: nothing, something, and everything. When we consider nothing, we are referring to the absence of anything. When we consider something, we are referring to the presence of a singular thing. And when we consider everything, we are referring to the infinite expanse of all things. It's easy to see that nothing, by definition, is equal to 0, and when we have something, we have 1. But we consider everything, we are dealing with infinity. Now let's consider what happens when we divide nothing by nothing. The result is undefined, as any number divided by 0 is undefined. However, when we take the limit of this expression as the denominator approaches 0, we get 1. In other words, we can think of the expression 0 over 0 as representing the limit of something that is constantly approaching 1. This is why 0 over 0 is equal to 1. But what does this all mean? In the context of the world around us, we can think of nothing as representing the absence of something, which is a natural state that we can observe in the world around us. Something, on the other hand, is the presence of a singular thing, which is also a common occurrence in our daily lives. But when we consider everything, we are talking about something much larger than our individual experience. Everything represents the infinite expanse of existence itself, and it is something that we can only conceptualize in our minds. So, in a sense, when we divide nothing by nothing and arrive at a result of 1, we are saying that the absence of something is as good as the presence of something. In other words, even when there is nothing, there is still something, the potential of something to exist. With this in mind, we can see the concept of nothing and something and intertwined in a fundamental way. It's not a matter of choosing one over the other, but of understanding that they are both essential components of existence. And perhaps this is why 0 over 0 can be seen as equal to 1, because even in the absence of something, there is still the potential of something to exist, and that potential is just as real as anything else. Thank you. This has been Kim.